teacher friends. I want to tell you about a book that came out yesterday by Lynne called The Secret Language of Birds. You might be familiar with Lynne because she wrote a book several years ago called Song for a Whale. I was pleasantly surprised to see that in this book, her protagonist is also drawn to animals. Nina is the middle child of 5, and she feels a little bit like an odd duck in her family and at school. She has a hard time making friends. One day when her family is on a trip and they stop at a Buc-ee's, which is the only place her mom will ever stop, they accidentally leave her behind. While she's waiting for them to realize that she's not in the car and to turn around and come back and get her, she notices a bird outside of this huge Buc-ee's. She starts to watch it and she takes an interest in birds. And her parents support her with that when they get back home by getting her a trail cam so that she can watch what the birds are doing when she's not around. As her parents start to make plans for her for the summertime, Nina is encouraged by her older sister to spend some time in a place where she might feel a little more comfortable, like at her Aunt Audrey's summer camp. Nina thinks that being outside in nature would be something that she would love to do, and her aunt is thrilled to have her come and visit. At camp, Nina slowly makes friends with a group of girls who refer to themselves as the oddballs, and their welcoming her into their group makes her and them feel a little less unusual. On the night of the first full moon, it's a tradition at the camp that the older students get the newer campers to visit the old, abandoned, and haunted infirmary. A girl named Josephine died there many years before, and they claim that she still haunts the cabin. Outside of the cabin, Nina drops her flashlight. She and her friend see something white off in the distance, and they hear loud shrieks, so, of course, ghosts. Nina wonders what she saw, and she goes back to the cabin in the daylight, even though that area is considered off limits. She realizes that there are some cranes nesting nearby, but cranes don't live in Texas any longer. So with the help of the oddballs and some equipment, the girls start to monitor these whooping cranes and their nests daily. These observations lead them to dig deeper, and they reconnect her with an old friend. I'll get back to that in a second. They also introduce her to some scientists who are monitoring cranes around the country. I like that Nina comes into her own with this group of friends who really enjoy each other's company, and that these friends are as equally committed to tracking the whooping cranes activities. But I especially like that Nina connects with Iris, her old friend, who comes from Song for a Whale. I think your students are going to want to read Song for a Whale if they haven't already, because Iris didn't have the same feeling about Nina as Nina had about her. And in this book, Nina becomes a little more aware that maybe she came on a little too strongly for Iris, and that was part of the reason why she and Iris didn't become as good friends as she had hoped that they would be. That's a connection that I think is really important because you've got two completely different perspectives on their relationship, and it would be fun to have your students read both books and then talk about them from the different points of view. The book is a sweet coming-of-age story about a kid who feels like she doesn't fit in, and I would recommend it to middle grade teachers and librarians.